Hello everybody. You could call me Hunch. Today we're going to be talking about a lot. A lot of you are probably feeling all sorts of emotions with all the things going on in stacks, Welsh specifically. Welsh boomeranging up and down. Well, we all knew that this could happen, right? Obviously, look at the bottom. Not financial advice. These markets are tumultuous. Let's see if we can talk about it. Don't be too discouraged, okay? You should not be doing anything crazy. You should not even be owning these things. I tell you this every single stream. This is just to observe them. The culture, the psychology, everything. Let's talk about it. Okay, let me get it set up here. Now, I want to start by taking everybody down memory lane here, okay? So this was, I don't even know how many years ago. 6 years ago. So just take a look. And it's to show you how far we've come. Okay.
What do you fear?
Okay. This guy in a congressional meeting holds up buy Bitcoin. Okay, right?
About the audit. Give me the.
Okay. So this is the latest commercial for a Bitcoin ETF. So this is how far we've come. Now, I'm not a fan of the ETF. I absolutely disagree with an ETF. I think it's I think it's going to be there, right? They're going to have one, but I do think they do some type of manipulation with it, so on and so forth. So I absolutely do not agree with owning this or in any such fashion. So let's watch. Did you guys see that? Okay, so did you see that? Watch. I'll try to stop it. You see what's going on here? The Bitcoin community is so aware of everything. It's absolutely flabbergasting. That's crazy, right? I mean, look. Come on. It's incredible. Incredible marketing. They are trying to get us good, trying to pay us Bitcoiners off good, aren't they? I'll tell you. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about all the stuff. Let's talk about stacks. I'm mega bullish on stacks, theoretically. This new thing came out called Stacking DAO. I think you really got to learn this, play around with it. I mean, it's possible that you might get an airdrop if you do play with this. I'm not sure. I saw something about an NFT. I don't know if that means you're going to get specifically a token for the Stacking DAO, right? Which would represent maybe revenue share in the future, so on and so forth. I don't know for sure. But the total value locked is going absolutely parabolic, right? But, I was confused about it. I posted, what can I do with STX twice, right? And Philip, finally, one of the founders of DIKO, Arkadiko, told me what it does. It's in the roadmap. It auto accumulates yield in stacks. Each POX cycle, STX or STX goes up relative to stacks. You will soon be able to use it on several platforms, right? For swapping, so on and so forth. Depositing to get USDA, right? So that reminds me a lot of MakerDAO. And the problem with USDA on Arkadiko is it lost its peg. So they're coming up with new and creative ways to get that peg. Now, that could be absolutely dangerous. I have no idea about the fundamentals behind it. If it's not, though, it's mega bullish, right? But I also did you guys a favor, and I'm a great artist. I went ahead and drew you this, okay? So here's stacks, right? I'll circle as I go. With the normal token stacks, you get Bitcoin as interest, right? With STX, right, which is the liquid stacking, you get actual stacks. So you get to choose for which you love. You understand? Which is actually an innovation on top of, if you guys know, Lido Finance, one of the biggest liquid platforms for Ethereum staking. Now, why is that more interesting? Why is that more interesting? Because I believe when you stake ETH, you get ETH, and when you stake STE ETH, you also get ETH. You don't get the option of another thing. But with stacks, now you have options. Do you want the high beta play stacks interest? Do you want the safe Bitcoin hard money asset? Right? That to me that variety alone differentiates itself in a very productive way. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. Could stacks go to zero? Could Bitcoin go to zero? Could Ethereum go to zero? Absolutely. This is not financial advice. This is just observing the products on the marketplace. To me, that's mega bullish. Now, let's talk about Welsh. Okay, everybody. I mean, this red candle is crazy. This red candle is not as crazy. Here, I'll give you a refresh. Is not as crazy as the green candle, though. Okay, so everybody's having a meltdown, right? Don't tell me you didn't think this could happen, right? This could absolutely happen. Just like it could absolutely go back up. It could absolutely go back down. This is a meme coin, right? I mean, this is, I'm not signing up for this. If you're signing up for this, something this ridiculous, this is what you have to be prepared for, okay? There's no getting around that, right? It's not like you found the miracle meme, right? That's not how markets work. And you have to be prepared to stomach it. Now, in a theoretical portfolio, am I bailing out of this? I don't know. Maybe. And maybe not. It depends where I am, who I am, what I'm doing, right? Nobody should be able to tell you what you should do. You should do what you want to do. That's the beautiful thing about these markets. There's no body of people, regulatory, or your family, or someone else, whoever it is, telling you what to do. You have to decide. People on the internet just should be telling you about these things. They shouldn't be telling you to buy anything. Right? Like this guy holding the sign up. I mean, this guy broke more securities laws than I'm doing, I feel like. I'm not doing anything, but it's just funny, right? Everyone's like, well, what should I do? Dude, I don't know. Like, you have to choose. It's not my choice to make. I just talk about it and what I like and I find interesting, right? So, very sad, very sad. But can it come back? Sure it can. And what things are happening that are bullish, right? I mean, Arkadiko is sending a pool of money to support the liquidity pool for Welsh, right? And you get paid for supporting that pool in stacks and Welsh or whatever, so on and so forth. I don't know. I don't do it. I'm not interested in gaining interest. I'm not interested in the taxes around that, what that means. I'm not interested in any of that. But if you want to, you can add to a pool if you find that the best way. Now, while we're on Alex, right? So that's short. I know you want more, but that's all there is, right? It's a meme coin. I'm excited about it. Sounds cool. Sounds fun. I like the community. It's fun. Okay. Now, let's talk about the launch pad on Alex. This new one is coming up, ORDG Game. If you want to subscribe to it, you can, right? You just put your money in for raffle, right? Either Bitcoin or BTC. I don't know. Whew. Sorry about that. Still early here. Now, you could do it. But go check them out before you do it. Go look at their Twitter, right? If you look through it, you could see they've got a lot of seed funding from various sources. Now, I went to their website, right, and they've got music. Okay, the music's a little bit too intense, right? But they've already got their NFT collection up for different games. I'm sure there's multiple games. I'm not going to connect my wallet and find out, right? If you click play, it'll say connect your wallet. I'm sure there's various games, right? Let's see. Oh no. Yeah, I don't want to connect. I don't want to connect. But go check it out. I'm not saying invest. I'm not saying don't invest. But if you're into games, this could be an interesting one to look at, right? The next thing I want to talk about, right? And if you know me, I'm a big fan of TRAC. And why do I like TRAC? And I've said this consistently. To me, this is like the mutual fund of all the metaverses in Bitcoin, right? Because it's an indexer and it's doing doginals, it's doing tap protocol, it's it's doing bitmaps, right? So, if you've noticed, there's a whole bunch of different meta protocols, right? You have this BRC20, right? You have stamps. If you go click the BRC20, right, they've got a marketplace for these different things. I think it has to do with gaming, right? I mean, this is getting some serious volume here, right? I mean, 600,000 for this NFT, 11 million for this blue box. I don't even know what this is, man. Like, so this is why it's so confusing. Can you make insane gains in these lower level meta protocols, right? Stamps, this BRC 420, you have BRC 100s. To me, it seems like a little bit too much, and the market needs to settle down, in my opinion, and figure out what it is. To me, I think BRC20 is the safest, right? You've got two BRC20s listed on Binance, right? It was one of the first movers. You know, could I be wrong, right? There's pros and cons to both. Like, for example, stamps. They say it's more permanent than a BRC20 on a node, right? You know, I don't know if that's a huge selling point for me. And that's why I'm more interested in TRAC, to be honest with you. I think the market needs to settle, right? Where do I think the market's going to be? You know, I think it's generally up, but I do think there's things that needs to be figured out, like this, right? There's also atomicals. This guy, Yogabi, go follow him. He has a podcast. He posts the BRC20 market caps, and now he's doing atomicals or what is it? Atomicals, yeah, ARC20s. But what's interesting about that is now Unisat is trading atomicals, right? So this is Atom. First one might be interesting to look at. Am I that interested in it at the moment? No, that doesn't mean it's not going to perform well. You have to have conviction in something if you want to make insane gains, in my opinion. Now, that's not financial advice. That's just generally, right? Like, for example, Amazon. If you wanted to make a lot of money in Amazon, you had to be like the owner, Jeff Bezos, and ride the up and down and hold for eternity, right? Like his parents did. They believed in their son, right? You have to believe in something, right? I'm not saying it's this. For you, you have to find it. I have certain things that I believe in, right? Now, there's other things you can research, right? Under the TAP protocol, which I like, there's BasePad, which is basically like a base protocol, a launchpad protocol, I think, like Alex has, right? But Alex also does multiple other things. Okay. Lambda is coming to that. This is new smart contract platform on Bitcoin. I don't know what that's about. This is also what I mean by letting the market figure this out first before you go crazy. Now, can you make a crap ton of theoretical money? Sure you can. But I don't know which ones. I'm not going to claim to know. I mean, you're crazy if you listen to people who say they know for sure. Now, that doesn't mean I don't make bad calls from time to time. Look at Bitcoin Cats, okay? This thing sucked wind out of my life, okay? It just like dumped ferociously right here. But it's holding support. I'm happy about it. I like it. I think they're cute NFTs. I'm not going to talk more about it, but I have to call out my wins and losses, right? Technically, have I lost in a theoretical portfolio if I haven't sold yet? Right? I was talking about it down here, but I also was talking about it, right, up here, you know? So I'm in a theoretical world, I'm averaging out right now. So we'll see. We'll see. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. One cat is the ticker, but you know, do whatever you want. Research it. Right? I only tell you when I have conviction, you'll know from these videos, right? TRAC, Ghosty Cash, Bitcoin DeFi, right? These other little things I just touch on, right? You shall know. You shall know if I really like something, okay? I like Welsh. I don't really like Welsh like I do Bitcoin DeFi, right? So, you know, if you like what I'm saying, listen carefully. You can tell when I really like things and I don't really like things. Okay? So, let's see. Did I touch on everything, class? That was a lot. Okay. Chill. Wait. Chill. Wait. What is it? Chill. Focus. And wait. You got me there? You can call me